Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to Nitai Padakamala. Today we will be talking about Parama Ekadasi. Before talking about this Parama Ekadasi, we will see what is Ekadasi. Ekadasi means 11. Generally, this Ekadasi falls 11 days after full moon and 11 days after the new moon. So, on the special day of Ekadashi, Krishna bestows his benediction, and during on this Ekadashi, the devotional service should be emphasized, and specifically Ekanga Bhakti should be practiced, chanting the holy name of Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And this Ekadashi comes twice in a month. And the main aspect of this Ekadashi is avoid grains on the day. And the Ekadashi Vrata, extremely important aspect for the devotional service. By this, you all got a basic information, I hope. Now we will see what is Parama Ekadashi and the importance and benefits of the Parama Ekadashi. This Parama Ekadashi story was narrated to the Yudhishthira Maharaja by Lord Sri Krishna.
Yudhishthira Maharaja was asking Lord Sri Krishna, "Hey Krishna, what is the process of observing this Ekadashi and what is its importance? Kindly narrate all this to me." Then Krishna replied, "It is considered a highly auspicious Ekadashi that occurs after every 3 years during this Adhik Mas. According to the Hindu calendar, it is celebrated on the 11th day of Krishna Paksha, the dark fortnight of the moon, and according to the English calendar, it falls between July and August. Once a very pious Brahmin named Sumedha resided in Kampilya with his wife Pavitra, who was extremely chaste and devoted to her husband. On account of having committed some sin in his previous life, Sumedha was without any money or food grains, and even though he begged many people for food, he couldn't obtain any substantial amount. When guests would come to their home, Pavitra would give them her own food, although she often went hungry. This fasting made her weak, but her affection for Sumedha remained unbreakable. Seeing all this, lamenting his bad luck, Sumedha one day said to Pavitra, "My dear wife, as living in this poverty was very difficult, so that he could go to the different place or city abroad in search of job and would earn some money." Then Pavitra joined her palms and her eyes brimming with tears, spoke to him with great respect and affection that whatever wealth a person attains in his life is due to his having given charity in previous lives. Since we are now poor in our previous lives, neither you nor I must have given any sufficient charity to worthy persons. Therefore, O gracious husband, you should remain here with me. Without you, I can't live even a moment." By hearing this words from his wife, Sumedha decided to remain in this native village. One day, great sage Kaundinya arrived to their place. Upon seeing him, Sumedha and his wife stood up before him and then offered him their respectful obeisances and welcomed him. Sumedha offered Kaundinya Muni a comfortable seat and highly praised his austerities and learning. "I have become fortunate by having your darshan." And so this Brahman couple fed the sage as they could offer to according to their means. And after Pavitra asked the mendicant, "O most learned one, what process can we follow to be relieved of this poverty? How can we be free from this misery brought on by poverty?" The great sage Kaundinya reflected silently for a moment and then said, "There is a fast day very dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Fasting on this day nullifies all kinds of sins and removes all miseries caused by poverty. This fast day, which occurs during the dark part of Krishna paksha of the extra leap year month, is known as Parama Ekadasi. It is the topmost day of Lord Vishnu, hence the name of Parama. This extra month, Purushottama, dark fortnight of Ekadasi, bestows all the necessities of life such as money and food grains, and last gives the liberation. This holy fast was once observed faithfully by Lord Kubera, the treasurer of the Devas. When the Lord Shiva saw how strictly he had fasted, Shiva became very pleased and made Kubera the treasurer of the heaven. And also the king Harishchandra also fasted on this day after his dearest wife and son had been sold, and the king was able to get them back. Therefore, he ruled his kingdom with no further impediments. Therefore, you both should observe this fast of Parama Ekadasi, following all the appropriate rules and regulations and removing. Then the Rishi, he also said to Sumedha, on the Dwadashi, the day after Ekadashi, you should go to the observe Panchatriki fasting according to all the rules and regulations. This vrata starts with bathing early in the morning of Parama Ekadashi. After the bath, one has to do the sankalpa in front of the Lord Vishnu by taking water and flowers in his hand. If possible, do fasting without having water. If not possible, eat one time in a day. The person who do fasting for 5 days went to heaven. Then you will all become eligible to return to home, the abode of Lord Vishnu. Whoever feeds Brahmin nicely on these 5 days has in effect fed all the demigods, all human beings, and even all demons. Whoever donates a pot of drinking water to a twice born Brahmin during these 5 days will gain merit equal to that gained by donating the entire planet in charity. On the 5th day, invite a Brahmin and feed him, bid farewell to him by giving some dakshina. After he leaves, the person observing the vrata can eat. This would complete the Panchatrika Param Ekadashi. Sumedha and his wife performed the vrata and was blessed with wealth, and they also blessed with a handsome prince, and they spent the rest of their lives by performing good deeds and enjoyed all kinds of facilities in this world, and at last on death reached the Vishnu Loka. Anyone who observes a fast on Parama Ekadashi and also fast of Panchatrika is freed from all his sins, and after enjoying this life they returns to Vishnu Loka, as did the Brahman Sumedha and his faithful wife Pavitra. If a person is not able to do fast on these 5 days, he can do fasting during this extra month of this Ekadashi. A person having received a human birth does not take proper bath during this extra month and then observe this Ekadashi, which are very dear to Vishnu, commits suicide and suffers in the cycle of 84 lakh species. The rare human birth is meant for accumulating merit and at last achieving liberating release from this material world. Therefore, one should observe fasting on this auspicious Parama Ekadashi. As in a social order, the Brahmins are considered as the best, and as amongst four-legged creatures, the cows is the best. Among demigods, Lord Indradev is the best. And in this way, among all these months, extra month of this Adhika Mas is most dearest to Lord Sri Krishna. King Yudhishthira did exactly as Lord Krishna had instructed, and his brothers and his wife Draupadi also did. One who observes these 2 Ekadashis in Adhika Mas will go to heaven, finally attain to the abode of Lord Sri Krishna, Vaikunta.
Thank you for watching this video. Hare Krishna.